Hello and welcome to today's class. Today we are going to be looking at practice problem on ACT marks. ACT meaning American College Text. So the first question we are going to be solving is a merchant buys a product for $12.20 and then marks it up for 35% to sell it. What is the selling price of the item? This question is simply telling us that the product was bought at $12.20 and he wants to sell it with a profit of 35%. What is the selling price? The simple thing we are going to do here is to find 135% of this cost price. That will be his selling price. So 135% of $12.20 will be a selling price, which is 135 over 100 times 12.20 over 1. If we multiply this, we'll have $16.47, which is C. Question 2 says that if T is minus 2, then what is this? We simply substitute minus 2 for T in this. So if we do that, we'll have minus 2 cube minus 2 square plus 5 minus 2 minus 3. Minus 2 cube is minus 8 because if you cube a negative number, the answer will be in the negative. So if you take a negative number to an odd power, you will still have a negative answer. But if you take a negative number to an even power, you will have a positive answer. So this is minus 8. Minus 2 square is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 5 times minus 2 is minus 10. And minus 3. Minus 8 is minus 16. Minus 10 is minus 26. Minus 3 is minus 29, which is A. What is the length in feet of the circumference of a circle whose diameter is 12 feet? So we know that circumference is given as 2 pi r or pi d, where d is the diameter. So since we are given diameter as 12 feet, it will be 12 pi, which is B. If 3 bracket x plus 2 plus 3 equals 6x, what is the value of x? We open the bracket and solve the simple equation. This will be 3x plus 6 plus 3 equals 6s. If you add this, you have 3x plus 9 equals 6x. Subtract 3x from both sides, you have 9 equals 6x minus 3x. So that 9 equals 3x. Divide both sides by 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So that x will be 3. So our answer is E. Question 5 says, if a drawer contains 7 navy socks, 4 white socks, and 9 black socks, what is the probability that the first socks randomly drawn out of the drawer will not be white? So the first thing we would like to do is to find the total number of socks in the drawer. So total socks will be 7 navy plus 4 white plus 9 black. This will give 20 socks. And recall that probability is given as number of required outcome over number of possible outcome. Now the question says, what is the probability that the first source drawn at random is not white? It implies what's the probability that the first socks drawn at random is either navy or black? That's the same thing. So we can calculate the probability of picking either navy or black, which is not also white. And if it is either navy or black, it will be, what the probability of picking a navy socks will be 7/20, or probability of picking a black socks will be 9/20, and the LCM is 20. 7 plus 9 is 16. We can reduce this. 4 can go. We have 4/5. So the correct option is D. So 4/5 is the probability that the ball, the socks drawn at random, is not white. 6 says, which coordinate pair is a solution to the inequality? For us to find the coordinate pair that satisfies this inequality, we will substitute those coordinate points into this inequality and find which of them satisfies this inequality. The first one, 1, 1. If we substitute 1, 1, 1 for s and 1 for y, we'll have 12 minus 3 will be 9, greater than 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9. This is not correct, so A is gone. Option B says 2, 1. If we put 1 for y, 12 minus 3 will be 9, greater than, and we put 2 for x, 12 plus 3 is 15. 9 is not greater than 15, so this is not possible. C says 1, 2. So if we put 2 for x, we put 2 for y, 3 times 2 is 6, 12 minus 6 is 6, greater than, and if we put 1 for x, 6 plus 1 is 6 plus 3 is 9, 6 is not greater than 9, so not possible. D says minus 1, minus 2. If we put minus 2 for y, minus 3 times minus 2 is plus 6, 6 plus 12 is 18, 18 greater than, and if we put minus 1, 6 times minus 1 is minus 6, plus 3 is minus 3. Of course, 18 is greater than minus 3, so this is the correct option. D also will not satisfy it, because if we put 2 for x, this will be 15. If we put minus 1 for x, this will be 15. 15 is not greater than 15. So the correct option is minus 1, minus 2. This is the correct option.
For question number 7, meanwhile, if you are new to this channel, kindly hit the subscription button, like this video, share it to your friends. Question 7 says, if x is 5, y is minus 1, and z is 2, what's the value of this rational expression? So we just substitute. Y is minus 1, and so minus 1 square minus x is 5, y is minus 1. We have 5 over minus 1 plus xyz will be 5 times minus 1 times 2 over xyz, 5 times minus 1 times 2. Minus 1 square is 1, and 5 over minus 1 is minus 5. Minus times minus is plus 5. 5 times minus 1 is minus 1, 5. Minus 5 times 2 is minus 10 over, this is minus 10, same thing. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 minus 10 is minus 4 over minus 10. Minus can cancel minus, so we have 2 can go. We have 2 over 5, which is B. Question 8 says, which of the following shows the prime factorization for 720? So all we can simply do is to factorize this to its least form, having only prime numbers. So 720, if 2 go, we have 360. If 2 go, we have 180. If 2 go, we have 90. If 2 go, we have 45. 3 can go, we have 15. 3 can go, we have 5. And 5 can go, we have 1. So we take this. This will be, how many 2 do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 2 to the index of 4 times, how many 3 do we have? 1, 2, 3 to the index of 2, and only 1 5 times 5. So this is the correct answer, which is A. Multiply. Question 9 says absolute value of minus 5 times 2 minus absolute value of minus 3 square is what? Minus 5 times 2 is minus 10. So this is absolute value of minus 10. Minus 3 square is 9. Absolute value of minus 10. Absolute value of a number is always positive. So absolute value of minus 10 is 10. Absolute value of 9 is 9. And so 10 minus 9 is 1. So the correct option is C. Line A is parallel to line B in the figure below. What's the value of x? You remember the relationship that happens when we have two parallel lines and a transversal. So you can easily see that this angle here is equal to this angle here. The reason is called corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. So this is also x plus 15 degrees. And from angle on a straight line, we can sum this. This is 2x plus x plus 15 equals 180. This is sum of angles in a straight line. Sum of angles in a straight line. So this is 3x. Subtract 15 from both sides. This will be 180 minus 15. 3x will be 180 minus 15 is 165. And if we divide both sides by 3, x will be 3 into 16 is 5. Remember 1 into 15 is 5. So x is 55, which is B. Question 11 says the price of a $220 saw was reduced to $154. What was the percent discount? To find the percent discount, we'll first of all find the discount. So the discount is $220 minus $154, which is $66. The percentage discount will be the discount over the original price times 100%. So percentage discount will be 66 over 220, which is the original price, times 100%. 0 can cancel 0. 22 can go 66 3 times, and 3 times 10 is 30%, which is A. For A equals this 2 by 2 matrix and B equals this 2 by 3 matrix, which of the following is not defined? A says A square. A square is well defined because we can multiply a 2 by 2 matrix by itself because the sizes are the same, and so we can multiply it. B minus 4A, very correct. This one we'll call constant multiplication. We can multiply a matrix by a constant. C is not correct because matrix A and matrix B are of different sizes. So matrix A is 2 by 2 matrix and matrix B is 2 by 3 matrix. You cannot add two matrices that are of different size. So that is why C is not defined. D, which is AB, is well defined because in multiplying two matrices, the column of the first matrix must equal the row of the second matrix. This is row, column, row, column. This column of the first matrix must equal the row of the second matrix. So because here is 2 and here is 2, D is correct. We can multiply AB. Whereas you cannot multiply BA because the column of this matrix is not equal to the row of this matrix. D is also correct. Constant multiplication. You can always multiply a matrix by a constant. In this case, the constant is 1 over 2. So the correct option is 2A plus B is not defined. The reason is because A and B are matrices of different sizes.
Question 13 says, in a seminar, the ratio of men to women is 5:9. If there are 56 people in the seminar, how many are women? So, since this ratio, we'll take the ratio of women to the sum of their ratio times 56. That's all. So, number of women are 9. So, it will be 9 over 5 plus 9 times the total number of people in the seminar. And 5 plus 9 is 14. So, this is 9 over 14 times 56. 4 can go 56 4 times. And 9 times 4 is 36. So, there are 36 women in the seminar. How do we find cube of 2 cube root of 9? This will be 2 cube times cube root of 9. This cube can go away with this cube root. So we are left with 2 cube is 8 and this is 9. And 8 times 9 is 72, which is D. If V is x cubed plus y, this equation, and x is 2, y is 3, r is 5, x is 4. What's the value of V? We just substitute. So we can rewrite this as V equals x cubed plus y. R is common, so I can factorize R. So I have 3x plus 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. So my x is 2, so I'll have 2 cubed. My y is 3. My r is 5. My x is 4. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 6. 2 cubed is 8 plus 3. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 times 5. 20 times 5 is 100 minus 10 is 90. So this is 90. And 3 times 90 is 270. And 270 plus 8 is 278. 278 D. What is the slope of the line determined by the equation? So what we'll do here is to rewrite this equation with x, with y, the subject of formula. So if I take minus 10x to the right or add 10x to both sides, I have 15y equals 10x minus 9. Divide through by 15, I'll have y equals 10x over 15 minus 9 over 15. 5 can go here 3 times, 5 can go here 2 times. So I'm left with 2 over 3x minus 3 can go here 3, 3 can go here 5, 3 over 5. The slope is the coefficient of x, which is 2 over 3. So the slope is 2 over 3, which is B. Question 17 says, after a computer is discounted by 20%, its price is 960. What was the original price of the computer before the discount? Let's start by saying, let the original price be X. 20% discount of this gives 960. If I subtract 20% from 100% and find 80% of X, it should give me 960. So 80% of the original price should give me $960. So 80% of the original price is 80 over 100 times X. And this is 0.8x equals 960. If I divide both sides by 0.8, I'll have X to be $1,200. So $1,200 was the original price before it was discounted by 20% to get 960. 18 says, if the circumference of a circle measures 10 pi feet, what is its area in square feet? So remember, circumference is given as 2 pi r, and they gave us the circumference as 10 pi equals to 2 pi r. So that pi can cancel pi, 2 can cancel 10 as 5, so that our radius is 5. The formula for area of a circle is pi r square, and r is 5, so 5 square is 25 pi, which is D. Before we continue, if you are new to this channel, please kindly hit the subscription button, share this video, like, and comment. 19 says, the graph represents a function f of s. For which of the following values is this function less than 0? So what are the values for which this graph is less than 0? Less than 0, it means where it is less than this x-axis. It is less than the x-axis at point x less than minus 4 and between s greater than 1 and less than 3. So from this option, the only one that fits in is 2. Only 2 fits in because 2 is between 1 and 3. This is less than minus 4. It's not equal to 4. So the option that satisfies this is 2, which is this. Because at 2, the graph is below the x-axis. What is the value of x if triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF? This is similar triangle. So what we do is, you know that triangle ABC equivalent to triangle DEF. Remember that AB over DE have to be equal to AC over DF have to be equal to BC over EF. But from what we are given, AB, we don't know AB. AC is 10. So we are interested in only this because that is once we are given. So AC is 10, DF is 24, BC is 8, and EF is what we are looking for, x. If we cross multiply, we'll have 10x equals 192. Divide both sides by 10, s will be 19.2, which is 19. 2 over 10 is 1 over 5, which is A. For the functions, f of s is x squared plus 1 and g of x is x minus 5. Find the composition of the function x. So what we'll do is to take f of g of x. What is g of x? So it will be f of x minus 5. So in place of x in the function f, we substitute x minus 5 so that we'll get x minus 5 all square plus 1. If we open this, we'll have x squared minus 10x plus 25 plus 1. So this is x squared minus 10x plus 26, which is E. 22 says, if the edge of a cube is doubled, the volume of the cube will be increased by what factor? What's the formula for volume of a cube? Volume of a cube is L cube. And so where L is the length, if the length, which is the edge, is doubled, so this will be 2L. That's the meaning of double, not L square. So the volume will now be 2L cube, and for cube this to be 8L cube. So the volume of the cube will be increased by a factor of 8, which is D. By a factor of 8 because the volume normally with the normal edge is L cube. 23 says, a train travels at a constant rate of 30 miles per hour. How long will it take the train to travel 100 miles? So since we are looking for the time, how long, we'll say for 1 hour, it travels 30 miles. For X hour, it travels 100 miles. So how do we look for S? We cross multiply, and if we do that, we'll have 30x equals 100. Divide both sides by 30. X will be 10 over 3 is 3, 1 over 3 hours. And this in minutes, 1 over 3 hours is 1/3 of 60, which is 20. So this is 3 hours, 20 minutes, which is B. At how many points does the graph of the function g of x multiplying x plus 4 square multiplying x minus 4 square cross or touch the x-axis? Interestingly, this function will not cross the x-axis. So it will only touch the x-axis at 0, at -4, and at 4. So the points it touches the x-axis are x equals 0, x plus 4 square equals 0, which is x plus 4 equals 0, which is x equals -4, and x minus 4 all square equals 0, which is x minus 4 equals 0, which is s equals 4. So there are 3 points, 1, 2, 3, which is D. Okay, for question 25, the problem says the sum of P and Q is twice their difference. What is the ratio of P to Q? The sum of P and Q is P plus Q. The sum is twice their difference, P minus Q. So let's simplify. P plus Q equals 2P minus 2Q. Add 2Q to both sides. Q plus 2Q equals 2P. Subtract P from both sides minus P. This is 3Q equals P. So we are looking for the ratio of P to Q. So if I divide both sides by Q, I will have P over Q equals 3 over 1. So the ratio will be 3:1, which is E. If the absolute value of 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 20, which shows the solutions for S? So what are the values of x that satisfies this inequality? That is what the question is all about. So for absolute value of 2x minus 3 to be greater than or equal to 20, it implies two cases. It is either 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 20, or 2x minus 3 is less than or equal to minus 20. And if we solve this, we'll have add 3 to both sides, we'll have 2x greater than or equal to 23. Divide both sides by 2, we'll have x to be greater than or equal to 23 over 2. And if we add 3 to both sides, we'll have 2x less than or equal to minus 20 plus 3 is minus 17. Divide both sides by 2, we'll have x is less than or equal to minus 17 over 2. The correct option will be B. If 2 bracket x minus 1 square plus 5 equals 13, what are the two possible values of x? To simplify this, we can subtract 5 from both sides. We'll have 2 bracket x minus 1 all square. 13 minus 5 is 8. I can divide both sides by 2, so that I'm left with x minus 1 all square equals 4. I can take square root of both sides. I'll have x minus 1 all square to square root of 4. So that I'm left with x minus 1 equals plus or minus 2. So that x is 1 plus or minus 2. So the two values will be, if you add it, it will be 3. And if you subtract it, 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So 3 or minus 1. 3 and minus 1, which is B. At a recent sold-out concert of a 300-seat theater, 2 types of tickets were sold. Regular tickets for $8 each and discount tickets for $4 each. If $1,600 in tickets were sold, how many were regular tickets? So let R and D represent regular and discount tickets. Since the total seats in the theater is 300, so it means those that bought regular ticket plus those that bought discount ticket must equals 300. Now, those that bought regular tickets paid $8 each. So 8 times regular ticket, and those that bought discount tickets paid $4 each. And at the end of the day, they sum up to $1,600. So for us to find the number of tickets, regular tickets sold, we can make D the sort of formula in equation 1. So that from 1, D is 300 minus R. Put 3 into 2, we'll have 8R plus 4D equals, we'll have 8R in place of D, we'll put 300 minus R equals 1,600. If we open the bracket, we'll have 8R plus 1, 2 minus 4R equals 1,600. 8R minus 4R is 4R. And if you subtract 1, 2 from both sides, 1, 6 minus 1, 2 is 400. And if we divide both sides by 4, we'll have number of regular tickets will be 100, which is B. Question 29 says, let f of s be 5s plus 4 over x and g of s be s plus 1 over 3s. Which of the following is equivalent expression for f of s minus g of x? So f of s minus g of s will be 5x plus 4 over x minus x plus 1 over 3x. The LCM is 3x, and x into 3s is 3. 3 times 5s is 15x. 3 times 4 is 12. 3s here is 1. 1 times this is minus s minus 1. And if we subtract, 15s minus x is 14x. 12 minus 1 is 11 over 3x, which is D. Simplify this. 4 to the power minus 2 is 1 over 4 square. And minus 2 cube, like we said earlier, if you raise a negative number to an odd power, you will have a negative answer. And 2 cube is 8. So this is minus 8 over 1 over 2 cube times this is minus 4 square is 16. 4 square is 16. So this is 1 over 16 times minus 8. 8 can cancel 16 two times over 1 over 8 times 16. 8 can cancel 16 two times. So we are left with minus 1 over 2 over 1 over 2, which at the end is minus 1. So it's B. For question 31, meanwhile, if you are yet to subscribe, kindly hit the subscription button right now and share this video to others so that they will enjoy from it just like you too. Like, comment. 31 said, Kathy has test scores of 88, 90, 91, 78. What must she score on her next test to have an average of 84 for all 5 tests? So let's start by saying, let the next score be x, so that x plus 88 plus 90 plus 91 plus 78 over 5 must equal 84. If you add this together, you will have x plus 347. And if you multiply this, you have 320. Subtract 347 from both sides, you have x equals 320 minus 347. And if you subtract this, you have 73. So she will have to score 73 in her next test for her to have an average of 84, which is B. For h of s equals this, which of the following is the value of h of minus 5? Is simply to substitute minus 5 for x. And if we do that, we'll have minus 3 minus 5 square plus minus 5 minus 5. Minus 5 square is 25. 25 times minus 3 is minus 75. This is minus 5 minus 5. Minus 75 minus 80 minus 85. So this is minus 85, which is A. If f of s equals 3s squared plus 24s plus 15, then at what s value or s values does the graph of f of s cross the s axis? This, if you observe, you can see that we can divide through by 3, and if we do that, we'll have s squared plus 8s plus 5 equals 0. We will solve using the quadratic formula, which is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So this is b, this is a is 1 and c is 5. Minus b will be minus 8 plus or minus square root of b squared is 8 square, which is 64, minus 4 times 1 times 5 is 20 over 2a. A is 1, so this is 2. So this is minus 8 plus or minus 64 minus 20 is 44. This is 2. I can put 44 as 4 times 11, and square root of 4 is 2. So this is minus 8 plus or minus 2 root 11 over 2. So 2 can cancel. So that my answer is minus 4 plus or minus root 11, which is C. Question 34 says, what is the slope of a line perpendicular to the line 8s plus 4y equals 12? So let's first off find the slope of this line. The slope of this line is, make y the sort of the formula. So subtract 8s from both sides, we'll have 4y equals minus 8s plus 12. Divide by 4. So that y is, this is minus 2x plus 3. So the slope of a line that is perpendicular to this. So the slope of this line, m1, let's call it m1, is minus 2, the coefficient of x. The slope of the line that is perpendicular to this, m2, will be negative inverse of this slope. So m2 will be minus 1 over minus 2. So it will be 1 over 2. So the correct option is C. What is the s-intercept of the circle? The s-intercept is simply the point where y is 0. So if you put y to be 0, you have x minus 3
square plus 0 plus 4 square equals 16. So x minus 3 square, 4 square is 16 equals 16. X minus 3 square, subtract 16 from both sides, you have 0. Take square root of both sides, you have x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides, you have x equals 3. So the s-intercept will be 3, 0, which is A. If 4 to the power 2x plus 1 equals 1 over 64, what is x? So we can put both sides in base of 4. So this is 4 to the power 2x plus 1 equals 1 over 4 to the power 3. And this is 4 to the power 2x plus 1 equals, if I take this up, it will be 4 to the power minus 3. They are the same, they are equivalent. So because they are in the same base from laws of indices, we have to equate their powers. So 2x plus 1 equals minus 3. Add, subtract 1 from both sides, 2x will be minus 3 minus 1. 2x will be minus 4. Divide both sides by 2. X will be minus 2, which is A.
Question 37 says the points 3, minus 5, 1, minus 4, minus 5k lie on the same line. What is the value of k? The easiest thing that comes to mind is to find the gradient between this and this and this and this. For them to lie on the same straight line, that means their gradient have to be equal. So the gradient between this and this is, remember gradient formula is y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. So the gradient between this and this is minus 4 minus minus 5 plus 5 over 1 minus 3 must be equal to k minus minus 4, which is plus 4, minus 5 minus 1. And so this is 1 over minus 2 equals k plus 4 over minus 6. Minus 2 can cancel minus 6 3 times. And so we have k plus 4 equals 3. So if we subtract 4 from both sides, k will be 3 minus 4, which is minus 1, which is D. Suppose that a function k of s has no real root. Which of the following statements must be true? K equals to 0. So for a function not to have real root, it means the function is either lying not touching the x-axis, it can touch the y-axis, doesn't mind, but it doesn't have an intercept with the x-axis. That is a function that doesn't have real root. It means it has imaginary root, which are complex numbers. So the correct option is not this. It's not that k of s is greater than 0. No. It's not that k of s is less than 0 for all s in the domain. But it is k of s has no s-intercept. It has no s-intercept, which is D. That's the correct one. If a is not equal to 0, b is not equal to 0, and a is not equal to minus b, how do we simplify this? So the LCM is ab. B into ab is a times a is a square, minus a into ab is b times b is b square, divided by a plus b over a. This is difference of two squares, so we can factorize it as a plus b, a minus b over ab. If we change division to multiplication, this will be a over a plus b. A plus b can cancel a plus b, and a can cancel a. So we are left with a minus b over b. A minus b over b, which is D. For all x less than 0, what does this expression equals? So for the numerator, we have difference of two squares, so we can write it as x squared minus 3 squared over, we can factorize x for the denominator, x squared minus 8x plus 15. And so if we simplify this, difference of two square means x plus 3, x minus 3, and denominator we have x. Two numbers you can multiply to have 15, and when you add it, you have minus 8 will be 5 minus 5 minus 3. So this will be x minus 5, x minus 3. So this can cancel this. So we are left with x plus 3 over x minus 5, which is the same as x plus 3 over s squared minus 5s, which is b. 41 says, for the circle represented by the equation this in the standard coordinate plane, what are the coordinates of the center? So we need to put this in the standard equation of a circle, which is x minus a all square plus y minus b all square equals r square. So we need to put s square plus 6x plus y square minus 2y in this form. So we need to complete this square. To complete this square, we need to take half the coefficient of this and square it and add it to both sides. And take half the coefficient of this, square it and add it to both sides. If we do that, half the coefficient of this is 3. If we square it, we have s square plus 6s plus 3 all square. This is y square minus 2y. Half this is minus 1 all square plus minus 1 all square equals minus 1. So we add this to both sides. Square of this is 9 plus 9 and square of this is 1. So if we factorize this, these two that have square, we'll bring it together to be x plus 3 all square. We factorize this, these two that have square, we'll bring it together to be y minus 1 all square equals 9. So the center coordinate will be, if we equate this to 0, the center coordinate, if we put it in this form, it will be x minus 3 all square plus y minus 1 all square. So it means a is minus 3, b is 1, so that the coordinate is minus 3, 1, which is a. For question 42, a machine can produce n cans per minute. Another machine can produce 4 times as many cans per minute. How many minutes will it take the two machines working together to produce 1,000 cans? How many minutes? So we're looking for the number of minutes. Since we're looking for the number of minutes, I like starting by saying, so in 1 minute, the first machine produce n cans. In 1 minute, the second machine produce 4 times n cans. In 1 minute, how many cans will both of them working together? In 1 minute, both produce n plus 4n, which is 5n cans. So in x minutes, they will produce 1,000 cans. So we're looking for x. So if we cross multiply, in x minutes, both of them will produce 1,000 cans. So if we cross multiply, we'll have 5nx equals 1,000. Divide both sides by 5n. We'll have x. 5 can go here, 200. S to be 200 over n, which is d. If tan theta is 9 over 400 and cos theta is less than 0, then sin theta. Of course, if tan is this and cos theta is less than 0, then sin theta have to be less than 0 because sin over cos is tan. And so if this is less than 0 and this is less than 0, that is when this will be positive. So you know that if you sketch the right angle triangle, tan theta is opposite over adjacent, which is 9 over 40. To get this hypotenuse, we'll use Pythagoras theorem. So h square is equal to 9 square plus 40 square, which is 81 plus 1600, which is 1681. So h is square root of 1681, which is 41. So because cos theta is less than 0, sin theta have to be less than 0. So sin theta, which is opposite over hypotenuse, have to be less than 0, minus 9 over 41, which is 44 says, what is the greatest common factor? That is the highest common factor of 42, 126, and 210. So we are going to divide them by a common factor. 2 can go. 2 here is 21. 2 here is 62, 63. 2 here is 1. 3 can go. 3 here is 7. 3 here is 21. 3 here is 35. Okay, 7 can go. 7 here is 1. 7 here is 3. 7 here is 5. So the greatest common factor is 2 times 3 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. So it is E. What is the value of x when 2x plus 3 equals 3x minus 4? So 2x plus 3 equals 3x minus 4. Add 3, subtract 3 from both sides. 2x will be 3x minus 4 minus 3. Subtract 3x from both sides. 2x minus 3x equals minus 7. This minus x equals minus 7. Divide both sides by minus 1. So that x is 7. So which is E. When x is 3 and y is 5, by how much does the value 3x squared minus 2y exceed the value of 2x squared minus 3y? So we substitute. So 3x squared minus 2y equals 3 squared minus 2, 5. 3 squared is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So this is 27 minus 10, which is 17. And for this 2x squared minus 3y equals 2x is 3 minus 3, 9 times 2, 18 minus 15, which is 2. So it differs by 17 minus 3, which is 14, which is B. The irrational number between 1 and 6, they are infinitely many. They are many. Even the irrational number between 0 and 1, they are infinitely many, not to talk about 1 and 6. So the correct option is infinitely many. If they are uncountable, you cannot assign them in one-to-one correspondence with the natural numbers. In a quadrilateral PQRS below, sides PS and QR are parallel. For what values of S are these two lines parallel? Since these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal, if I increase this again, this 70 will be equal to this 70. The reason is corresponding angles. And so x plus 70 have to be equal to 180. Sum of angle in a straight line. So that if I subtract 70 from both sides, I'll have 180 minus 70. So that x will be 110, which is D. What is the value of x minus 3 times x plus 6s over x when x is minus 1? So if we substitute minus 1, we'll have minus 1 minus 3 minus 1 plus 6 minus 1 over minus 1. So this is minus 4. This is minus 1 minus 6 over minus 1. This is minus 4 minus 7 over minus 1. Minus times minus is plus. So this is 28 over minus 1. So this is minus 28, which is D. And finally, what is the completely simplified form of this? So this is 5 root 7 minus 7 root 63 plus this is 7 root 63. This is 5 root 7 minus 7 root 63 minus this is 6 root 63. I can put 63 in base 7. So that this is 9 times 7. So 5 root 7 plus 6 root 9 times 7. And 5 root 7 plus 9. Root square root of 9 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18 root 7. And 5 root 7 plus 18 root 7 will give 23 root 7. And that is D. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share, make sure you comment. Thank you. See you in my next series. Bye. Yes?